Welcome everybody. So today I want to show you how to use the Squeezie Glazes in my classroom. So I've already got my bowl glazed. I have my first color, I have my second color, and now I'm ready to add on my third layer with the Squeezie Glazes. So when you use the Squeezie Glazes, make sure you hold the little cap on while you shake it. And then when you go to open it, make sure that you kind of hold this little thingy down while you're squeezing it. I would suggest checking in the sink, like just try to squeeze it real quick in the sink just to make sure that it's flowing good, because you might need to poke your needle tool in there if it's been sitting for a little while. But then you're just gonna be, squeezing on the Squeezie Glaze. Oh, maybe picking a banding wheel that actually turns is probably good. I don't know why this one banding wheel that I got doesn't do that, but I'll make it work. So I usually, for the Squeezie Glaze, I start on the lip and I just start dribbling my glaze down. So you can kind of see that it's dripping down. I'm gonna change banding wheels because that is obnoxious. There we go. Okay, so you can see that it's dripping, and I didn't drip on the outside yet. I'm gonna kind of save that one. Now, if a little bit got on the outside, not even a big deal, but my bowl is kind of shallow, so I really want to be careful when I do the Squeezie Glaze on the outside and try to only let some drips get just a little bit. I don't want it to get too far. The other thing is you can also do, you could do a swirl. So you could make it swirly on the inside. You could add in, different clumps of glaze. So I could make a pattern, and maybe I want to go really thick in a few little spots and squeezy some extra glaze in those areas as well. But really, you just want to kind of experiment, see how it goes. Now, the oatmeal, most of them are really flowy. The oatmeal tends to be less flowy than the rest of them, and that's okay. Just sometimes you have to tap it upside down, kind of like, when your ketchup bottle's getting empty. And once you get it going, so the oatmeal does tend to be really thick. And it does tend to kind of clump up on top when you're using it. And it looks hecka lumpy like that. If you're using the oatmeal, that's totally fine, okay? To warn you, when this does dry, those little clumpy sections are gonna wanna kind of pull away a little bit from the project, it'll look like it's cracking off. Just be really careful not to knock it off. Just let them sit there, and in the kiln, when it goes in the kiln and it gets really hot, it is gonna melt it and it's gonna blend it into something really interesting looking, okay? Now, I did demo just now by using 2 different Squeezie Glazes. If you add more than one Squeezie Glaze on the inside, that's fine. Do not use more than one Squeezie Glaze on the outside because we don't want too many drips. You already have a couple layers going and you don't want it to drip too far, okay? And for the most part, you've got your first color, your second color, and now you're adding on a third color. So do you really need a fourth color? Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of up to you on the inside, but just, on the outside, keep the Squeezie Glaze to the rim and to the very top. All right, happy glazing. Have fun experimenting. Thanks, everybody.